Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Summertime in Naples, Florida, and most enjoy a sunshine-filled day on the beach or cooling off in the pool. But for a select group of top high school football prospects, this day in Southwest Florida will be spent training on the gridiron. Welcome to the beautiful southwest coast of Florida for CBS Sports Spectacular's Junior Ranked Sports Prodigy Camp, presented by Under Armour from North Collier Regional Park.
Well, hello from Naples. I'm James Bates, alongside Sean Berry, the president of Junior Rank and the founder of the Semper Fidelis All-American Bowl. And you've got 400 young men out here competing for 3 days. A little cloud cover now, but it has been a hot couple days for them. College coaches from around the country eagerly awaiting the results that come in from this camp. But they're not just auditioning for the coaches, they're auditioning for you in a sense.
No, that's exactly right. The young men that have come out here and spent the last 3 days are looking for that unique opportunity to be selected for the Semper Fidelis All-American Bowl, for the Junior Academic All-American Game, or for the Proving Ground National Combine. So it gives us an opportunity to profile young athletes early and let colleges know and let America know exactly who they are.
Young and early. We're talking 11 to 18, the age range of the kids here. And some of the younger guys as young as 8th grade, have started to receive scholarship offers.
Yeah, it's really unique. We've been blessed and excited because, you know, at this camp today, we have many young men that are juniors right now that have received dozens of offers. We've probably got 30 guys that fit into that category. We have another 20 sophomores with offers already, and we have another 10 or 15 freshmen that have received offers. J. Roe Campbell from Cass Tech in Detroit already been offered by Alabama and Notre Dame as a freshman. So we're excited. We've even got an 8th grader who was offered by Ole Miss from our Junior Academic All-American Game. So we're excited.
But who are the top college prospects here this weekend? Well, we check in with high school football recruiting expert Tom Lemming right now.
Thanks, James. You know, the 3 things I look for when I come to a combine like this is the ball player's got to have the size that fits the position, tremendous athletic ability, and most of all, determination. You got to have that determination when you come to camps, when you're going up against guys of equal size. 3 ball players to really keep your eye on. Elijah Hood, a running back out of North Carolina. He's going to be one of the top prospects in the class of 2014. He weighs 220 pounds, already has offers from all the Carolina schools, Virginia and Virginia Tech, so he's going to be a national name. Then you got Skylar Coleman. He's a ball player at about 6'7", 340 pounds that certainly fits the bill size-wise. And when you watch him, athletic ability-wise, too. He's had some injury problems, so I think he's going to really showcase his talents here today. And finally, Mario Mathis, a linebacker out of South Georgia. He's 220 pounds. He's one of the top players in the state of Georgia. He's a linebacker recruited by most of the Southeast Conference schools, and I'm going to be anxious to see him in person.
We get the combine started off with Skylar Coleman from Davidson Day, a massive offensive lineman with a jump of 6 feet 5 inches. Moving on to Micah Williams, an intimidating defensive lineman in the 40-yard dash who can use this camp to rack up some offers. He turns in a 5.34. Now Hardrick Walker in the broad jump already has offers from the likes of Texas Tech and Texas A&M and gets out to 7 feet 9 inches. Up next, Marshall Nath, a young offensive lineman who's able to come to camp with his brother Spencer and get a taste of the next level. Darius Fullwood out of Maryland still has a few years and at 6'3" is sure to make a splash with recruiters.
I interviewed Austin Bland way back in January. He's from Aquinas High School. This school is arguably the most productive school in the country over the past 10 years. Up next, we got a prospect from Centennial High School in Peoria, Arizona, 6'1", 290. I really like the way he moves, his aggressiveness on film.
Back over to the 40 for Zach Davis, a big offensive lineman from Lake Havasu, Arizona, who's looking at offers from across the board, including Arizona State. And you know he's smart because Rice and Yale are interested. Another offensive lineman to reckon with, Alex Mays, and at 6'6" and almost 300 pounds, is sought after by most of the major football powers. Back to Michael Williams, who turns in 22 feet and 7 inches on the medicine ball throw. Another young up-and-comer, Jacob Blehut, still has several years to grow and make a name for himself. Back to the broad jump, where Darius Fullwood continues to show his athletic prowess with a 7-foot 1-inch score. We heard about Alex Mays, and even at his size, for an offensive lineman, he's able to turn in a 5.21 pro agility time, which should continue to impress recruiters. The great thing about a combine like this for these athletes is they get a chance to showcase their athleticism, and college scouts are able to see prospects in drills that might not necessarily be familiar and see who performs well.
Skylar Coleman has really impressed me, with not only with his size, long reach, and arms, but he's got good agility and balance. And you know what? If he loses 25, 30 pounds, I bet college scouts will be knocking down his door.
Meanwhile, Austin Bland takes to the 40, but we don't expect many offensive linemen to turn in speedy times in this event. Spencer Nath wraps up the big man portion of the combine with a broad jump of 6 feet 11 inches. Still to come from Naples at the Prodigy Camp Combine, the running backs, linebackers, and tight ends look to strut their stuff.
The 2012 Junior Rank Sports Prodigy Camp on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by Junior Rank Sports. Get tested, get noticed, get recruited. By Under Armour, protect this house. And by Acceleration Sports Performance. Build your legacy with us.
365 days, 640 muscles, one mind, one heart, training harder, faster, smarter, all to dominate the competition. Off season? I don't even know what off season is. Build your legacy with us. Acceleration Sports Performance.
Welcome back to the 2012 Junior Rank Sports Prodigy Camp presented by Under Armour. We are in the lovely North Collier Regional Park in Naples, Florida. The complex sports 8 tournament soccer fields, 5 tournament softball fields, the Sun and Fun Lagoon Water Park with over 1 million gallons of fun, a full Recplex fitness center, plus children enjoy the challenge at the interactive playground.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, go.
The Prodigy Camp Combine is run by Acceleration, which is based out of Naperville, just outside of the Chicago area. The professional Acceleration trainers put the athletes through their paces and make sure all prospects get the most out of their athletic abilities in the various combine events. Our own Sean Barry caught up with Acceleration's Director of Sport Performance and a disciple of the program.
1, 2, 3.
How work, everybody? J.R. Niklos, former NFL tight end, Combine legend here, Acceleration Performance, facilitating our NFL Combine, or NFL-style Combine today. Can you talk a little bit about what that was like?
Hey, it was great. We gave these athletes an opportunity to put themselves on the platform, and for the most part, they excelled. They did awesome. We took them in the 40, the pro agility, the med ball toss, the vertical, and they did good. They were on point on everything.
Outstanding. So you're out here today, now you're coaching and interacting with the players. Can you talk about, as a former NFL player, you know, what that means in terms of you being able to mentor and teach these guys about how to get to the next level?
Oh yeah, they get to learn from our mistakes. I made so many mistakes in my career. We get to mentor them and tell them what we did right and what we did wrong and help them out already at this early age.
All right, Sean, time to see which running backs, linebackers, and tight ends impressed.
Trey Hendrickson, he's about a 4'7", 4'8" guy. He's got great hands. Also, certainly looks like he has the frame to gain a lot of weight if colleges are looking for him at the tight end position.
Next up, James Butler, a running back from Illinois and only a junior, has significant interest from Iowa and Iowa State. Jaclay Mixon is another running back who, although small, is getting some great interest from South Carolina in his home state, as well as South Florida. Corey Mangus, a tight end out of Texas with an impressive frame at 6'5" and is generating plenty of interest from the likes of Baylor and Wake Forest. Benjamin Selby, a solid back at 210 pounds, runs well and is drawing interest from schools ranging from Oklahoma State to the Ivies.
Here we got Dakota Cox from Juan Diego Catholic High School in Draper, Utah. He's really impressed me with his speed, burst, and energy. Up next, you got Elijah Hood, will be the premier running back in the class of 2014 out of Charlotte Catholic. Everyone's talking about him. Already has 10 offers, even though he's got 2 more years of football left. Then you got Dre Brown out of DeKalb, Illinois. That school's produced some pretty good ball players in the past. He's got 3 more years to grow. Asias Chapman out of Harris County, Georgia, another area that produces some great football players. Probably a little quicker than his 4.9 speed would indicate, but he's got a great burst and energy. Then you got Andrew Steinley out of Washington High School in Mississippi. He's a ball player that's 6 foot 190 at running back, but also could play a little bit of DB from the class of 2013.
The depth in camp at the running back position is impressive, and Aaron Jones out of Burgess in Texas turns in a 4.86 in the 40 and has a wave of interest from Texas and West Coast schools. Michael Million. Not only does he have a great last name, but this running back out of New Jersey is a potential Big East player, as he's getting plenty of interest from UConn and Temple. Next up, Jake Disterhaupt out of Minnesota is on the Gophers' radar, and changing sides of the ball, Colin Greenhill is a linebacker from Layton Christian Academy in Utah, and garnering interest from the Pac-12 and Ivy League. Finishing up the 40 is linebacker Devin Williams out of Maryland, who's only a junior but already has an offer on the table from Stanford.
Here we got Trey Hendrickson with the medicine ball toss. Trey's from Apopka, Florida, school known for Warren Sapp. When you throw the medicine ball, it shows your strength, obviously upper body strength, your quick twitch ability with quick burst, and I think our ball players that have the strength and the quickness to do both are usually the guys that wind up as linemen or linebackers. Corey Mangus is another very good all-around athlete from Rowlett, Texas, and Corey shows here that upper body strength may be a little bit lacking, but he's got that quick burst and quick release. Dakota Cox is a very strong athlete. You can tell 6'1", 223 pounds. He's got real good speed, real good strength, and a real good toss. Next comes Elijah Hood. Elijah Hood, one of the great athletes in this combine, and a guy you can tell has got the great strength and speed. And look at that toss, over 39 feet. This guy's a tremendous all-around athlete.
Hard to believe Hood is only a junior. Dre Brown comes up short with only a 20-foot throw. The medicine ball throw comes down to technique as much as it does strength. Aaron Jones tosses a 23-foot 7-inch score. Michael Million, despite his size, gets past the 22-foot mark. And Jake Disterhaupt does well for a running back with a toss of 24-4. Linebacker Colin Greenhill throws 33-4. And as Tom said, you can expect to see the linebackers get it out there. Another test that college coaches look for is the vertical jump, a real indication of explosiveness. The tight end Corey Mangus gets 31.6 inches, while Elijah Hood continues to showcase with a 35.7 score.
Let's go. 30.3.
Million and Disterhaupt match each other with a 30.3. And linebacker Williams impresses with a flat 32 inches. Moving on to pro agility. James Butler shows off his footwork with 4.37 seconds. And then the 6'5" Corey Mangus tops Butler with an incredible 4.27. Benjamin Selby continues his strong showing with a 4.67. As does Dakota Cox with interest from plenty of Pac-12 schools. He turns in a 4.37.
Here you got Elijah Hood. You saw how far he could throw the medicine ball. Now look at his great agility. This is a ball player, remember, weighs close to 220 pounds, and he can really, really run. But this competition, you see it a lot with the pro scouts in Indianapolis Combine. Pro agility means an awful lot. They're able to test ball players, and I've seen ball players with great productive college senior years get marked down because they're not showing great agility in these kind of a contest. And to me, I think it's maybe a little bit overblown, but it does show the ball player's overall athletic ability. Colin Greenhill actually shows a very good pro agility right here, and that could really help his recruitability. Devin Williams, the same thing with a 4.29. Shows very good quickness. He's got a quick twitch athlete who's now starting to get a lot of attention because of his ability to run. And then you got Mario Mathis. Already got a lot of offers from Southeast Conference schools. He's one of the top prospects in South Georgia, and you can see why.
Coming up, the combine portion wraps up with the skills players. The defensive backs, quarterbacks, and wide receivers look to show off. We're back in Naples for the Junior Ranked Sports Prodigy Camp presented by Under Armour. Time to check out the D-backs, wide receivers, and quarterbacks. LaQuante Bone turns in a 4.56 in the 40 and sets the bar high in this event. Some of the times could be even faster, but the grass is not truly conducive to great speeds and is probably hurting by 1 to 2 tenths of a second. Koa Farmer out of renowned Notre Dame in California is a solid D-back with 2 more years to go and a great 40 time. Look out for Trayvon Smith, who although on the smaller side is speedy and is sought after by Texas Tech.
Here we are with Devon Grayson running the 40-yard dash. This is really the true measuring stick of quick speed that the college scouts and the pro scouts look for. And you've got some pretty fast guys here at the combine. A couple of guys, Devon had run a 4.7, Jack Urett had run a 4.7. Got to really look at is Julian Hilton. He's got 2 more years to go. He's from Lincoln Way North High School in Chicago. Ran a legit 4.51, which had the scouts there really drooling over him. And then Nathaniel Perryman from the Atlanta area at Martin Luther King High School, 5.10.188, ran a 4.8.
Moving on to the vertical jump, a real chance to check out some high flyers. LaQuante Bone with a 30.5-inch vertical. Barry goes for 26 flat.
26 flat.
Koa Farmer, having a solid combine, gets to 31.8 inches. Trayvon Smith shows he is fast and can get up to knock down passes with a 33.3. Perryman has an athletic vertical of 32.8. The young quarterback out of Detroit, J. Rue Campbell, gets 25.8. While Davon Grayson continues to impress with a 31.8 jump. Wide receiver Urett continues to show off with a 31 flat jump. And Julian Hilton with a 4.5140 also shows he can get up with a 35-inch vertical. If you can get up, you should also be able to jump out. And LaQuante Bone shows he is versatile with an 8-foot 10-inch broad jump. Wideout Brandon Berry gets out to 8'3" on his jump.
Attaboy, 8'3".
Farmer shows why Stanford is interested with an almost 9-foot leap.
8'11".
Trayvon Smith, standing at only 5 feet 6 inches, is clearly a top-notch athlete with a 9.2 score. But Davon Grayson showcases his athleticism by just missing 10 feet.
9'11".
Jack Urett brings the goods with a 9-foot 3-inch jump.
Here we go with Andre Frank Jr. in the broad jump. And you know, the standing broad jump is a tool that the college and the pro scouts use to really check out a guy's quick burst and just explosiveness. And these guys got explosiveness. You got Julian Hilton, who just ran a 4.5140 with a 9-foot 5-inch broad jump. Jacob Simmons from Barrington High School in Rhode Island, a school that doesn't get a whole lot of publicity, but he's a quarterback from that area and impressed everyone with a 9-foot 8-inch jump. And then finally Nathaniel Perryman with an 8-foot 5-inch jump.
Wrapping up the combine, LaQuante Bone turned in a solid time at pro agility with 4.63 seconds. Brandon Berry showed why he is recruitable with some quick feet and a time of 4.31. Trayvon Smith continued to wow with an incredible time of 4.12. And Nathaniel Perryman ran a very respectable 4.53 seconds. A chance now to look at the acceleration stars of the Combine. In the 40, Orlando McKinley ran a blazing 4.49 seconds. Tion Wright brought a vertical of 41 inches. Grayson landed a 9-foot, 11-inch broad jump, and there was a tie in pro agility. We'll be back to Naples after this.